First, we add water to the main vessel and then begin heating to 65 to 70 degrees Celsius. First, we will premix the xanthan gum with the glycerin, as the xanthan gum will not be compatible with the water by itself, so it must be wetted in glycerin before being added to the water. This premix should be mixed thoroughly, and there should be no chunks left over. You may need to increase your propeller speed, as this mixture will increase the thickness of the water. Next, we will add the Colloidal Kaolin to the water phase. Now the bentonite will be added to the water phase. And these last two ingredients that we just added are added to the water phase to provide some texture and a little bit of richness to the final formulation. Now I will begin heating one of the liquid components to the oil phase, the Jeechem CTG. Now I will add the Jeechem GMS-165 to the oil phase. And since there is such a small amount of CTG, it should be fairly warm already, so that should melt fairly quickly. And now I will add the final component of the water phase, the Granpowder QSC. And what this is a polymethyl silsesquioxane silica cross polymer. So this will provide the final formulation with a very nice soft feel. Now the cetyl alcohol will be added to the oil phase, and what this and the Jeechem GMS-165 will help to do is to emulsify the oil into the water phase. Now the SW65U will be added, and what this is a titanium dioxide dispersion. This will provide the final formulation with a slight SPF boost. Next, the stearic acid will be added to the oil phase. Finally, the Gransil SBG-11 will be added to the oil phase. And this is a dimethicone in shea butter dispersion. And what this will provide the final formulation with is a very nice moisturization effect. Now that both of our phases have been added together, we will check the temperatures of both. And if both are between 65 and 70, we may begin adding the oil phase to the water phase. Now I will begin to slowly add the oil phase to the water phase. As it is being added, it will thicken considerably, so the speed of the propeller may need to be increased. Once all of the oil phase has been added to the water phase, mix at temperature for another 10 minutes and then begin to cool to room temperature. I will now check the temperature to ensure that the mask base is below 30 degrees Celsius. Now I will begin adding our first technology, the SalSphere Even Skin. And what this is encapsulated salicylic acid, so this will provide an exfoliation effect to the formulation. Next I will add our preservative, Euxyl PE 9010. Now I will remove the mask formulation from the propeller and add the final ingredient with hand mixing. Now I will add our final ingredient, the SalColorFX white to green. And what this will do is provide a sensory effect on the skin. So as you rub it in, the formulation will turn from white to green. Here is your final formulation, the SalSphere Even Skin Mask with SalColorFX white to green.